Let's talk about credit card fraud and how you can avoid being a victim of it. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Debbie and I am a money coach, and I love bringing up financial topics to help you be informed and make the right decisions and save you money. Today, I want to talk about another serious topic. I know, my second one in a row, right? And again, about credit cards. But this time, I want to talk to you about credit card fraud. Two common ways that credit card fraud can happen is if you use your credit card or debit card at a department store, for example, and then later on that department store's security system gets broken into. Now that person who committed that crime has your credit card information, and they can use it to make purchases that they're hoping they can get away with and that you will have to be liable for. Another way is someone uses a card reader. They can either swipe your credit card, or what they can do is actually be close enough to you. They can actually be small enough to be on a keychain, be close enough to you where they're scanning your credit card information and they don't have to make contact with the credit card. I know it's creepy. So what my clients are seeing is that all of a sudden they're getting charges on their credit cards that they know that is not them. So what do you do about it? Well, first of all, I want to break down two scenarios for you so that you make the right decision moving forward. Let's talk about debit card versus credit card. One way you can protect yourself is not use your debit card as a credit card. I know that Dave Ramsey's of the world now are going to be like, what do you mean? I'm a money coach. Am I really going to tell you to use a credit card all the time? I believe that the best way to protect yourself is to use your debit card at an ATM machine only. Never use it as a credit card, and instead use a credit card for your purchases at any stores. That way, if their system gets broken into, they have your credit card information and not your debit card information. Here's why. Let's say that someone has your debit card information. You go to check your checking account and you see a mysterious charge and it's $500. You call up the bank and you say, excuse me, that's not me. And they'll say, oh, don't worry about it. We'll look into it. But that $500 is frozen as they investigate the fraud for up to 6 weeks. So that $500 is no longer yours. For 6 weeks, it's frozen and you don't have access to it at all. What if you only had $550 in that account? Now that $500 is no longer accessible to you. What if you need it? What if there's an emergency? What if it's your money that gets you by until your next paycheck? Same scenario, but now instead of using your debit card, you've used your credit card. So the person that committed the fraud has your credit card information. Same thing, $500, you see that transaction on your credit card statement. You call up your credit card company and you tell them, that's not me. And they say, no problem. We will now cancel that card. So this person no longer has an active credit card number that belongs to you. That amount will be investigated. You're not responsible for it, and they'll send you a new card in the mail. It might arrive in like 10 days. You are completely protected with that fraudulent activity because you used your credit card. So I highly urge you never to use a debit card as a credit card. It's not worth it. You want to stay in your cash limit on your checking account. What I suggest for you to do is to have a budget in place so that you know what your limit is and what you're going to spend. So that way you're not overspending when you're using your credit card. And when the bill comes in, you have the money available because it's a planned expense and you can pay that bill in full and pay 0 in interest. And you're protected. Another thing for you to look out for. Last year, I was looking at my bank statement and I saw an Amazon transaction and it had a 0 amount next to it. And I thought to myself, I don't use my debit card as a credit card ever. So why is Amazon on my account? So I called up my bank and they investigated it. And luckily, because I caught it early and it was a 0 amount, they told me that what they found out was that someone in California started punching in numbers in an Amazon account, trying to set it up. And they guessed my debit card number. And voila, Amazon was trying to see if it was an active credit card. And that's why they hit it with a 0 amount. Luckily, I caught it in time and I got a new debit card. It never turned into any transaction and I was never out any money. Last week, I was looking through my credit card statement and I saw that there was a restaurant in Orlando, Florida that was trying to charge a zero amount on my credit card. Now, we were so lucky to be able to go to Disney back in July. And at the end of the vacation, I had my receipts because I put everything in my app. So I knew exactly how much we spent at each restaurant. And I made sure that each transaction went through. So now, almost 2 months later, a restaurant in Orlando is trying to charge my credit card. Again, a zero amount. Again, luckily I caught it. I called up my credit card company. They said absolutely no problem. They canceled my card. They're sending me a new card, and I am out $0. Now, the question is, why is it that both transactions that I told you about were charged $0? Because first, before someone just goes out and starts charging on your credit card because they have your credit card information, the first thing they do is make sure that it's an active card. So they'll charge $0 just to check to make sure that it's an active account. So if you see a $0 transaction on a credit card, on your bank statement, don't dismiss it thinking that, oh, it's just a clerical error and since it's $0, it doesn't matter. Because the next transaction is going to be a good amount. And you're going to possibly be out that money if it's a debit card that they're using instead of a credit card. But either way, do you really want to allow someone to do that? Absolutely not. No matter which scenario you do, debit or credit. So make sure not to dismiss any transactions that you see that are $0. I've seen 2 cents, I've seen 3 cents, because again, they just want to make sure that card is active. So if you see it, report it so that they never get to use your card actively, and then you're out that money. And the biggest tip that I have for you is, just like I've said throughout this video, check your statements. I know that people tell me I'm old-fashioned because I still get my paper statements in the mail, but that's what I like to do. My clients, some of them, they get their statements through email. Some of them, they still get paper statements. Whatever works for you, looking through your statements is a positive money habit that I help my clients create. But each statement can be a matter of 15 seconds. If I were to look through one of my credit cards right now, what I would see is Misfits Market, Walmart, Target, a gas station. But if I see an Orlando restaurant when wish I was still there, but I'm in New Jersey, then I know that's not mine. That 15 seconds could help me not become a victim of credit card fraud. So make sure to check your statements. And if you guys want to have a conversation with me about your finances, I help my clients come up with a flexible budget that gets them empowered for the first time with money, a strategy to help them pay off their debt quickly where they use interest to their favor, they save money, they pay off their debt, and they reach their savings goals. So if you want to chat, I offer a free 30-minute consultation, and I have my calendar link down below. Feel free to click it and schedule a call. And if you like this video, I'm sure you're gonna like the video that I made on other reasons why checking your credit card and bank statements can save you even more money. And I'll link that one at the end. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please click the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and to click on that bell, and I will see you next week with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.